Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 12th, 2018. It's 8 days for my wife's birthday, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do. Um, Today, I guess I'm just gonna talk about. This whole vlog, has really been meant to chronicle my journey through this school year as both a teacher and as a person. And I haven't had a chance to really watch my vlogs lately, but I've been sharing them, and honestly, I do hold back a bit just because this is a public account, and I wouldn't want to share any any things that might be considered unpopular and endanger my job and stuff like that, and that's fine. But I think today's vlog I want to talk about something a little bit actually a lot more personal and something that, ironically enough, I wasn't even willing to admit to this vlog, which I actually have been using as a way to really vent out some frustrations. And I had a talk with my wife yesterday, and I think I've hit a plateau, and that really hurts to say. We talked quite a bit, and we talked about just how things have changed with me in the past couple of years, particularly this year. Um, it just seemed like the fire that I used to have when I was younger, in my 20s. And I'm not to say I'm getting old because I'm only 30. The fire that I had that I used to motivate myself, to make myself happier, to make myself to propel myself to get what I've gotten to, it's kind of dimmed, and maybe it's because I plateaued. I was always about growth, oh growth, and recently it just hasn't felt that way. And one of the things, I felt like now I think about it, I feel like I've been blaming other things and never admitting the fact that maybe I've actually reached a point where I've I've gotten either one complacent or two unsure of where to put my talents in anymore. So yeah, I have reached that point where I feel like it's just a flat line. There's no more growth. And even though I passed my I passed my actually no, even I think about it I finished my evaluation and I'm still getting basic on on a lot of these things. It makes me think yeah, maybe I did plateau. And then I think about how I've been playing my games like Final Fantasy 14. I honestly know I could do better. I know I'm a better tank than I should be, but I'm not. All I'm doing are the easy dungeons. I'm doing all the easy content. When in reality, I've got the talent to lead a group of people. I've got the time to lead people, and I just keep saying I don't. I keep saying oh, I don't have these things. And on top of that, my workouts. I used to work out. It's hard. It was crazy. I was talking to my students yesterday, and I told them, "You guys know I used to work out two times a day, for 2 hours. I used to work out a lot." And then, I'd make a joke and say, "Oh yeah," and then I started teaching, and I got fat. And it's true. I used to really get in shape. I was really on it. And I worked out last year, and it was okay. It was nowhere near, but it was nowhere near as dedicated as I was when I first started. And I'm just wondering where that fire went. And I've been reflecting on it. I was thinking about it last night, and I think my mindset changed from let's get better to just survive. And I don't know where that came from. Maybe it's just because with all the new blessings that I've gotten in my life, with this great job, I finally have a permanent position. I've got a wife, I got two dogs and stuff. I've gotten to that point where I feel like I don't need to grow. I shouldn't grow. I should play it safe. And in reality, I wasn't playing anything safe. I just stopped. When you stop, you're not playing it safe. You're just there, you're existing, you're just waiting. And I thought about it. What am I doing with my school year? There's like 39 or so ish days left. Am I actively trying to get better as a teacher? Am I actively trying to get better as a person? Or am I just waiting for the end of the school year? And honestly, what's the point of waiting for the end of the school year? Like, I think about it, like, okay, so what am I waiting for? Like, what's there for me? And I'm thinking about that. Like, and I honestly don't know. And I'm thinking, why have I been waiting? Like, why should I even wait till the school year ends? I really need to be doing something else. I really need to be like, you know, getting back into gear. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it started, but this isn't acceptable for me. I really do gotta make this I gotta make this change. It's like, like I'm not even gonna go on break. I'm planning on like doing summer I'm doing summer school, and what's the point of waiting until the next year? What's the point of waiting till summer? I'm not even gonna. I chose not to just sit around and do nothing over the summer. There's no point in waiting. I don't know why, and it's just been making my day that much more gloomier and that much more darker, and it's just frustrating. Like it's I don't know. Like my wife's great for making me like recognize this, but it's not acceptable for me to plateau. It's not. It's never been my lifestyle. It's never been me. I look down on people who do plateau and choose to stay there. And it made me think. And she was saying, like my wife was saying a lot of stuff. She gets very very blunt with me, and she was saying stuff like, I was the reason that she learned to be more positive. I was the reason that she learned to be nicer. I was the reason that she learned to like value relationships in the way that she does now. And what am I doing? And I'm like, what happened to me? Like, if she used to see this, if I was the one that made these positive changes in her, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm holding her back, or I'm holding myself back, then there's obviously a problem. This is not who I am. I'm not that person. I never wanted to be that person. I didn't become a teacher just to be like, just have this as a day job. It's not a day job. This is like a life. This is like a vocation. This is like my choice. I put the money in here. I worked for this. And sure, people look down on this profession. But then and that's just the reality of it. It's either one, I live up to those expectations, to those extremely low expectations, or exceed them. Well, I'm actually really angry. I don't know. I feel like a little bit of the fire has come back. I'm very nervous. Just like it might just like peter out like 2 days from now. I don't know. Go back to my complacencies. But this is it's a big thing. It's hard for me to think about, to realize, to admit it. And I feel like I'm right about it this time. I feel like I'm right. I feel like I am plateauing. When my biggest concern is like my third period class, which is honestly, they're very mild mannered. They listen to me. They're middle schoolers that argue. That shouldn't be like my biggest challenge. My biggest challenge, honestly, guys, should be the weight that I want to pick up. How heavy do I want to lift? How am I going to get up in the morning so I could, like, do my pull-ups? My challenge should be like that monster in Dark Souls. It shouldn't be something as doable with my abilities, with teaching. My challenge should be leveling them up, getting them better, getting my students better, not just to get through third period or not to get through the day. That shouldn't be the challenge. That shouldn't be the challenges I'm facing right now, because I know I'm better than that. Okay, that's enough for today. So I've been at it for 9 minutes, but I don't know. I just hope I don't blow up on my students today, because obviously it's not them, it's me, right? This is the situation where it's me. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can keep this up because this is good. This is good. I need this momentum. Anyway, bye.